Jimmy will do great.
I'm Jim, the best man and older brother of Danny. It's so good to be here tonight. We're in a room full of great men, doctors, lawyers, successful businessmen, ex-college athletes, dentists even, and yet I'm the best. His word is not mine, but I'm the best. As Abraham Lincoln famously said, you want me on that wall, you need me on that wall. And that's what brings us all together tonight to celebrate Danny and Nikki. Nikki, we couldn't be happier to welcome you as our family. So glad. As I was thinking about this moment, and this weekend, and this wedding, and y'all's relationship, and even ours, Danny and I's, the word that came to mind actually was friendship. Family is everything, but if there's no friendship in the family, then family just becomes awkward. You have awkward holidays, you have crazy uncles, you are. But real friendship within the family is the stuff that happens. See, what's unique about Danny and I's relationship is that I'm almost 14 years old. To give you some context, almost 20 years ago, Danny was 10 years old, and he was the ring bearer at my wedding. That's the gap there. I was at a basketball camp in Indiana when he was born. I left home when he was 4 years old. I missed games, I missed his graduations. I just wasn't around. I had a brother, but it wasn't like we were playing around the world in the driveway or tennis at the park, throwing football around. Now, it wasn't my fault. Like everyone these days, I blame my parents. It's not my fault that our Protestant parents were still Catholic in the bedroom into their 40s. I had a brother, but I didn't have a friend. Now, I did get some glimpses of who he was over the years. I followed his college baseball career closely. I checked the box scores online after every game. I only saw one of his games live, and he threw two guys out, picked another guy off the second base in front of a bunch of scouts. I saw how he would interact with the people around him, the kind of friend that he was, how people spoke of him, and it made me proud. But now, in the last 8 or 9 years, at family trips to the lake over the holidays, getting together in Texas or Florida, Michigan, watching him interact with my kids, praying together over mom, talking about faith, politics, and podcasts. You guys know what we do now when we get together? We play around the world in the driveway. Play tennis at the park. We throw the football around. I'm like 2-83 against Danny. The age gap is really coming into play at this point. I'm the wrong side of 40. But you're not just my little brother anymore. You're my friend. Danny is such a good friend. Danny is a good friend. He's a friend like my mom is a friend. It's a gift that they have, really. They're like Jesus in that respect. They're a faithful friend to you. At the bachelor party in Texas, when I hosted Danny's friends, 18 of Danny's friends, 18 28-year-olds. I mentioned at one point, I said, hey, so-and-so's a really good dude. So-and-so's a really good dude. It wasn't you, Parks. And he said they're all good dudes. And he's right. They are all good dudes. And he's a good dude. He's a good friend. So he has good men and good friends around him. Danny and Nikki met on July 4th, 2020, at a COVID super spreader Independence Day party. A Republican and a Libertarian falling in love at first sight. Celebrating a free nation. Maskless, probably not washing hands. 3 weeks later, she drove up to the lake for our annual family trip at the cottage, I think so they could quarantine together. And we were all up at the cottage, and Danny just kind of offhandedly said, some girl's going to come up and, he didn't say some girl, but a girl, the girl, I don't know. He said this girl's going to come up today. And Nikki comes up, spends the day with Danny, his 6 nephews and nieces, all of us. We knew getting that family was important to her. As we all got together a handful of times for the last couple of years, and as I've talked to Danny about the relationship, what's clear is that while they are young and sexy and in love and all that stuff, they're also friends. Nikki, one thing I love about you, and there's a lot, you can play wizard, which is very important. You're a pickleball beast. You're competitive enough without being annoying. Most SEMs are competitively annoying.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. You have a strong faith. One thing I love about you is how you treat Danny. You treat Danny as a friend. Kindness and respect, because that's how you treat everyone. Friendship in the marriage is everything. I've been married almost 19 years. The first 2 years was rough, and the joke in our family, the joke between Heather and I, is that we always subtract by 2 on our anniversary. Oh, it's been the best 17 years of our lives, right? We didn't like each other all that much. We just thought the other was cute. We had to learn friendship. But you and Nikki already have. Here's what I know to be true. What I've learned. The best marriages are when they are best friends. And the best thing about marriage is the friendship. In the Song of Songs, King Solomon, he sings, "This is my lover, this is my friend." Marriage is friendship. Marriage is having a friend with benefits for life, but it's about friendship. Here's my encouragement to you. If you could let the preacher preach for just a moment, I know we're hungry. Friendship cannot merely be about itself. It must be about something else. Marriage cannot just be about itself, but something else. Something that both friends are committed to and passionate about besides one another. In marriage, sometimes when you look at each other, you will not like what you're looking at. Marriage can't just be 2 people looking at each other and daily deciding whether or not to love one another. Marriage has to be standing side by side, looking at Jesus together. The only perfect friend, the only perfect husband, perfectly loves his bride, the church. Danny, you're my brother, and you're my friend. I love you. And you have also given me another friend and another sister.
Yep.
And I love you.
Yep.
And so let's raise a glass.
Yep.
Chapter 8 of the Song of Solomon, it says this: "Set me as a seal upon your heart, as a seal upon your arm, for love is strong as death. Its flashes are flashes of fire, the very flame of the Lord. Many waters cannot quench love, neither can floods drown it. So may your friendship with Jesus be the foundation of your marriage, and your friendship with one another the fuel that flames a fire that will never go out." To Danny and Nikki.
Cheers.